Hello there, welcome to my channel. It's Donna, and today we're just going to jump right in to the robot video. So this is a robot junk journal, and I'm just going to do a quick flip through just so you can get an overview of it. So I made the cover about 6 months ago, and then I stopped. Then I decided I want to decorate it, so I started putting cogs and things like bars. As you can see, I've gone into the word bars, and I'm using all kinds of stuff: chocolate paper, a bit of embossing. I've used some silver envelope. This was an envelope I got from something. I can't even remember what was in the envelope, but I love it because it's metallic, and I do like my metallics. I also decided to get some sound elements in. Don't you just love the sound of that crunchy tracing paper? So yeah, I decided to use that. And this is really lovely. It's got lots of texture, so it's really fun for a child. It's got sort of like gold and tissue papers. It's got some embossing done on it with these cogs. I've got some really lovely colours here. I've got a shimmery black tissue paper, some chocolate paper, more shimmery tissue, some matte tissue, oh yeah, this is like a leatherette, which I just double-sided glued it on. Okay, a little tag from on the Amazon deliveries, even some maths, some actual maths work that I found in one of my daughter's old maths books. That's gone in. I've left some nice plain paper for people to write their own things in, lined paper, so you can just write in it like a normal notebook. Okay, as you can see, I used a nice window envelope. Postcode lottery envelopes. I mean, isn't that gorgeous? I love the sound. I'm not into ASMR or anything like that, but having said that, I do like the noise. Can you imagine a child playing with this, putting their notes in there, putting their little secret notes and little robots and things in there, and getting that lovely crunchy sound. I mean, listen to that. Isn't that lovely? Right, let's zoom in on this so you can see what I'm talking about. Just going to zoom in. And you can see the, it's just some glassine, some kind of faux glassine or plastic, whatever they use. Done some embossing there, some really nice shimmery embossing. It's all glued down. Some more maths formulas, a nice glossy red robot. You can see the detail. Yeah, what else is here? Oh yeah, the back of one of these window envelopes. Security envelopes, they call them. They have printing inside. And I've just decorated it with more embossing, more overlaying of coloured tissue paper. Some wrapping paper with iridescent on. I do love a bit of iridescent. Look at that, love that. Some more graph paper for maths. This is a really nice circuit board. I found a print of a circuit board online. So I just printed it onto some ECG paper. It's really smooth. This ECG paper is silky smooth. It's not really for crafting, but I decided to use that. It was just spares. More maths. I put it upside down, but you can put it whichever way you want to put it. And here I've got some robots that I've printed. Some tracing paper that's been embossed and stickered up. Okay. More iridescent. Do like it. So have a look around, see what kind of scraps you've got sitting around, and use those. I didn't go out of my way to buy all of the materials. Some of it's stuff that I found lying around. I do have my favorite trusty robot stamp, which I absolutely love. I got it from Paper Mania many years ago, and it's a rubber mounted on a wooden block. I would recommend those kind of stamps. I know they take up a lot of space, but they are so reliable. Even if you leave ink on and you forget to clean it off, it's not going to break the rubber down. Whereas with a silicone, with those clear silicone stamps, I'm finding that they tend to go very hard and they can actually start to become very brittle. So I see the silicone stamps as something more short term. Use them up quickly. Don't expect them to last forever. They are cheaper and they take up less space, but they're not as good as the rubber stamps, in my opinion. As you can see, I've layered up some tissue paper, some chocolate paper, and some ordinary yellow tissue paper. I'm just going to zoom in on that for you so you can see that. I love the effect. Okay. Right, so here we are again, more of the security paper that's been stamped up. Some paper, I haven't done much with this, I've just like put some layers on and left it like that. The person who receives it may want to decorate it, they may want to do some maths in it, who knows? It's really a notebook, it's just a keepsake book. You might want to put your own little things in there. That's why I've left a few of the pages completely blank. This again was another security envelope, and I've used all of the lovely green dotted effect there. I really liked it, and it complements the colours of the robots that I've made. So let's see more of these robots. You've got cogs, you've got the words bleep, there's some more robots, true friends. I mean, you can even handwrite your messages if you want. This was a lovely envelope that I got back from Japan, some stuff I bought from Japan, and I decided to use part of that envelope because I really like the effect there. And then we've got this lovely silver paper here, which you can still stick on it. It's very, very smooth, but you can use permanent glues on there and stick whatever you want on there. Got the word buzz. Okay, what do you think of that, guys? Oh, right, let's have a look at some other stuff I did. This is some other sheets I did, which I'm going to put into a different journal. I think I'm going to make a pink journal, something with a pink theme. And as you can see, you've got some shimmer there, shimmery cogs, some leopard print tissue paper. And here I've got a nice iridescent shimmery pink robot, some more cogs, some more of this lovely cellophane, which is iridescent. I've just stuck that down. I'm going to use more of that. Really like it. So that's your tracing paper, just 60 GSM. It's not the heaviest quality, but it does the job. And as you can see, I've used some more of that lovely iridescent plastic on there. It is plastic, so if you're going to do any embossing, make sure you do all your embossing before you use any plastic materials in your journal, because embossing and plastic just don't go together. It will melt and it will ruin it. So do any of the plastic stuff towards the end. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to be putting that into a pink journal, and I will do a separate video on that. All right. Right, let's have a look at some of the robots I made. I made tons of robots and I want you to see them. And you can tell me what you think of the colours, which ones you like best. As you can see, I've got a lovely gold one here, gold on black. I'm going to zoom in now, right in, so you can see these lovely robots. Okay, so these can be stuck down. I literally printed them onto a really smooth, lightweight card. I mean, it's more like paper. It's about 100 GSM, very smooth black paper, jet black paper, and I just embossed some metallic gold robots on it. Okay, so you can see the lovely red one. Lots of red ones. Metallic. Even some words like zap. If you have a look at this, I just printed the word zap from a silicon stamp. I printed it in blue on fluorescent yellow paper and then drew the bubble around it and cut around that. And it's just iridescent card. You can get that from most shops. I mean, even my corner shop sells it. So again, there's some really nice shimmery robots. And I love them because they look like they're enameled. Now this was a bit of card which was kind of like has an ombre effect. So I printed straight onto it and embossed it. Okay. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so you can appreciate the whole look of him. All my robots are male robots, by the way. Yes, I've given them a gender. Nice orange ones. An ordinary black one. More green. I don't know about you, but I really like this green one. It's a green with a kind of dark green ink that was embossed with clear embossing powder. If you want me to make videos that are specifically for one subject or one aspect of my crafting, like say for example the embossing, how do you emboss, what kind of embossing powders do you use, which are the best ones, I personally would say go for the most opaque embossing powders you can go for most things, especially if you're using pink. What I found is really hard to get an opaque pink powder. All I found were these glosses which just give a hint of pink, and I wanted something a little bit more, something that had a bit more impact. This was red on fluorescent orange card. And then I'll put it next to an even deeper fluorescence. You can see the difference. Okay, so that's a light orange card with red embossing. And this is a deep orange card with black embossing. This one here was different. This one's actually done with paint, with normal poster paint. I mixed the colour myself. I didn't have a ready-made purple, so I mixed it. And I used a bit of white in there. And then while it was still wet, I embossed it with some iridescent. It's a nice effect. I prefer it to just using normal purple ink, actually. I really like that effect. This is quite a striking one. This is just regular yellow card with black. Right, so we're just going to whiz through so you can just see. And you can always pause your videos if you want to take a better look at these individual colours. I love this one. Pink is a really hard one to get, I find. When it comes to crafting, it comes to inks and embossing powder, I'd say pink is one of the hardest colours to get. I've had to experiment. This, the pad that I used for this one dried out very quickly, I'm sad to say. Oh, actually, this wasn't ink. I remember now, this was poster paint mixed up with white. So it was red with white paint. And then I had to stamp it and just sort of let it dry. And then I did some embossing over the top with these cogs later on. So as I said, pink's hard, so you may want to mix paints and use your stamps with that. These haven't been fussy cut. I haven't decided to fussy cut these or even to cut them with borders. I may cut them down later. Once I've decided what project I want to use it on. This is actually done on foam. A nice shimmery blue robot. Another neon with red. And now some little extra bits. So words like blip. You want to have like interesting words, zip, zap. Maybe some cogs. This is an embossed cog. In fact, nearly all of it's embossed because it makes it permanent and it stops it from smudging. So you can literally use them straight away. You don't have to worry about it smudging. So I tend to emboss just about everything now. And there you go, zap. I've done a load of black robots, metallic ones, which I will cut out and use at some point. This one, I did black, did some metallic embossing on it, some iridescent sparkly embossing, and then I edged it with some red ink, literally using the ink pad, because I just think it's going to be nice when it stands out against black. And I'm videoing on black fabric because I think the robots just look so much better against a black background. I think the impact on most of them looks better against black, so I've used black, and I'll probably use a lot of black in my journals as well, just black pages. Okay, so that's that. So just remember to use interesting materials and don't be afraid to experiment. Just go for it. You know, a lot of people are doing these antiqued, kind of aged junk journals, you know, where they're using antique lace and they're dyeing their papers with tea and coffee and using old books that are from like 100 years ago to create that antique look. And there definitely is a demand for that look. If you want to do that, go for it. But when it comes to robots, I couldn't really find anything that was going to work. I don't think you probably can do antiqued robot journals, but I haven't seen one. I've seen more modern ones where you're using contemporary prints from magazines and contemporary colours, more kind of modern primary colours and secondary colours. So I've decided that's the way I want mine to look, and that's how I've done it. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye bye.